Hello, hello. I'm back. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back again. Do, 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 do. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, back, back. I'm back, I'm back. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 bing, bum, boom. Ba, dee, da, doom. Hola, Di Felipe. And hola, Jonathan Nichols and Tyson Trevino. Why am I speaking Spanish? I don't know. What's up? Doom 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 ba da ba bum 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 ba ding 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 ding. Hey Scott, what's going on? What's going on, you guys? I wanted to talk to you. You want to talk to me too? Well, then let's go. Ba da doom 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 bum 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 ba ding ding ding. I should have got into music, you guys. No music for me. What the hell? Can you chat with English? No, no, Hispanol. You gonna dance with me, Scott? Anywho, I think that's that's it for my dancing and my singing reserves. What do you think about my singing career? Where's my back on? It's right here. I'm sitting on it. Yeah, I'm trying to be energetic. Yeah. So I wanted to talk to you guys because I've been posting these red flag videos. I'm trying something new. And I'm noticing that everybody's so angry. Everybody's so incredibly angry. Not really at me, but just in general. But then I get some people that are just angry in general, right? Um, but yeah, so I wanted to just tell you guys. I don't know if you know, but uh, there's a way bigger agenda going on, and unfortunately, there's people that are paying for everybody to hate everybody. So men hating women, women hating men, and it's being funded by this group of people that don't want us getting along. So really, it's not us not liking each other. We love each other, right? But unfortunately, these people are paying for that, and they're paying influencers to feed into this agenda kind of thing, right? So I was just testing it and all of that kind of stuff, and I didn't know there was a whole agenda. And then it opened my eyes up, like, whoa, like there's totally agenda wanting us to not like each other. So we like each other. That's that's the whole thing. You're being, you know, they're tricking our minds to think that we don't like each other. So ultimately, women love men, men love women, and it's not about the money. It's not about surgeries and all of this look stuff and what they make it out to be. And we're just humans, guys. We all love each other and we need each other. So just always remember that there's a bigger agenda going on, and they're trying to get us to not like each other. So always keep that in mind. So yeah, with that being said, now what should we talk about today? You pick the topic and then we could talk about it. While we're making up our minds, hey, James DeLong and Miguel Ibarra, and good evening, James DeLong. DeLong. And yeah, we can go back to the ding ding ding, the ding ding, but da dong dong dong, da dong ding, ding 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 ding, ding ding ding. What's up, Istanbul? What's going on? Um, Me and you. That's right. All right. So let's talk about. I feel like a lot of men right now, they want. There's a lot of pressure to make money, and if you're not making money, there is no value to you, or something like that. And for the women, I think that a lot of women feel pressure to these like unbelievably high standards, to look a certain way, to look like a doll, and to always be made up, and everything is external. So you guys got to remember that whatever they're telling us, that our value is within something else that is outside of ourselves, is not true, you guys. Like, you guys have so much value and so much worth, and you are enough. You don't need the external things to validate you. You're whole by yourself. uh, if you ever doubt any of this stuff, you can tap into yourself. And how I like to do it, which is, this is something that I don't usually share because I don't want people thinking I'm weird, but but what I usually do is I meditate, and then I imagine this big ball of like sunshine inside of me, and I go inside of the sunshine, and in that sunshine, when I'm there, I feel like there's no body aches or pains or no kind of confusion. And when I'm in that state, I just ask straight up questions like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And that's basically you tapping into your own intuition. So I wanted you guys to also share that, so that um, you can do that, on your own, on your alone time or whatever, to see what kind of answers you get. Because once you start tapping into that, you start realizing, oh my God, like, everything that they made it seem like is all external has always been here internally, and you don't need all this BS. Like, even on social media, for me, like, and acting and modeling, they try to make it seem like, oh, you don't have this body part, or you're not enough on this, you don't have enough followers, you don't have enough views, likes. Like, who cares, like, uh, and once all that stuff gets taken away, it's just you. So what's gonna happen? Let's say they remove all the money, all of the material things, all of the looks, and all of that. What remains is just you. And then what's gonna happen when it's just you? None of this stuff matters. So I hope that you guys realize that. And when you see these posts, like, yeah, is it a red flag? Is it not a red flag? Completely. There could be a red flag. It could not be red flag. It could be just illusions. It could be just one snippet looking like it is something that it's not. All of that stuff kind of happens, and it's all valid. And uh, several things could be true at the same time. It doesn't mean that it's just one answer or the other, or whatever, right? So I hope that you guys always see that when you see all these posts on social media, people getting so angry, and they're getting so worked up. And even with me, like, they try to take it out on me, and I'm just sitting here like, I just asked a question. you know why are you getting so angry? To me, it's just like, wow, this person got so angry over like something that they just saw on social media. It's a social media post. It's just, a couple seconds out of someone's life, and they get so worked up about it. Like, you know, so it's not that men hate women or women hate men, and what can you do for me, and you have this worth and I have this, and what do you bring to the table, and you bring this. We all have value, we all have worth. That's just the bottom line. And we all need each other to keep humanity going, and to also, another main reason why we need each other is, I don't know if you guys are watching, but obviously there's a lot of corruption and things like that going on, which we already knew. I found out a lot of this stuff when I started the law changing stuff. And now a lot of this stuff is getting exposed, but there's even more stuff that's going to come out, way more things that you could ever imagine. And a lot of this stuff I discovered when I was doing the law changing stuff, and I had nobody to talk to, because you know people would just be like, well, that can't be true, it can't be that corrupt. And no, it is. It's actually worse than what you guys think. It's way worse. than you guys could ever imagine. And a lot of the stuff that's going on right now, with everybody so angry with this person and that person and this group of people and that group of people, it's just the whole agenda that we're all supposed to hate each other. But I think a lot of you guys have started to notice that and see it for what it is. So thank God people are waking up and seeing, all of the crazy madness. It's not about men versus women. It's not about gays and trans and whatever. It's not about black and white and Hispanics and Asians and, like, you name it, Middle Easterns and what is it called, like the Jewish people, and like it's not about um what else is there? There's like they literally do everything. It's not about Democrats, Republicans. It's all it's a big smoke show. Don't believe whatever you're seeing, and don't like get swept up in it. That's my whole thing. Don't get swept up in it. It is what it is. Unfortunately, they're doing this whole agenda thing, but don't get swept up into it. Don't get swept up into like a political party or this one and that one. Just keep that in mind, that it's all being funded. And then, like, every time you see something, imagine you're like a falcon, and you go up in the sky and you have like this bird's eye view of everything. And once you see that and you see, oh my god, like there's these top people that are like funneling everything down to these other things, and they want us all to hate each other. And it makes complete sense, because if we all hate each other, then we won't unite, and we can't figure out what the hell is going on, because there's constantly chaos, and we all are so angry right now at everything and everybody, and we're frustrated, and people aren't even making money, people barely surviving, so it's all of that BS basically. So don't fit into try to focus on tapping into your intuition and tapping into your consciousness, because soon enough AI is going to be like the next thing, and there's going to be a whole lot of things coming out with that. So just be mindful of that, and the sooner you tap into your own intuition and your consciousness, then you start realizing like these people have no power. It seems like that, but really ultimately they don't. So what's up, Strength of Steel? Flavin Holds. I like that name. Thank you, Jimmy Martinez. Have I ever dated a guy that was a social media influencer who was always posting? No, I never really liked social media influencers. I don't even like influencers. I don't even like wanted. I never wanted to be an influencer. It was never my goal. My goal, remember, was to be like a big A-list movie star, and it didn't happen. I literally did everything except for that. Like, you know, um, I have a marketing degree. I have a master's in marketing. Doing the whole law changing stuff, became an influencer. Yes, I am doing acting, and I got awards and all of that kind of stuff. And I did print modeling. Um, and I marketed companies. Like, I've done a lot of stuff like writing and producing, directing. Um, but when I was actually going to the whole A-list kind of situation, when I was going to my whole A-list movie star dream, right? Um, this whole hack thing happened to me. So it kind of like, and it took over. But you know what? In all honesty, I seriously believe that that was my protection, because as you can see, all of this stuff is coming out about the movie industry, the music industry, and the top people, and how many evil things be going on, right? So I think that that was God's way of protecting me, and then there was always a bigger plan, with that happening to me. Maybe I had like an agreement with God before I was here to do this whole law changing stuff. Like it was this whole agreement, like this is gonna happen with you. Those are gonna be the cards that you're gonna deal with, and everyone gets cards dealt with. Some people get illnesses, some people get other things like accidents and whatever. It could be all kinds of stuff. Everybody is dealt a certain type of cards and certain kind of trauma or something that they have to overcome. And who knows, maybe we're all agreeing on this before we get back down to earth, and then it's kind of like, oh, you're gonna do this, this is your mission, blah blah blah, but there's a bigger picture. I think it's something like that, because for me, I can't even make sense of it myself. Like it has to be a bigger picture. And everybody that I talked to that had like NDE experiences, it's called like near death experiences. They're all telling me that they go to the other side, they come back, and all of a sudden they know, like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. So imagine if you guys can tap into your consciousness, like the way I told you guys, and realize how much power you have. All it needs is a power of one. I'm just one person, right? And look at how much I did with the law changing stuff. And I usually do comedy, and I'm like the silliest person ever. So if I could do that, you guys have so much power too, and you can change so many things. And mind you, the law changing stuff is just on surface level. There's a bigger issue at hand where I think it's more like a spiritual war, where good is fighting evil and all of that kind of stuff, right? So if you're connecting to your soul level self, then you're going to be able to accomplish a lot. And all of these external factor bullshit stuff is not even going to matter. So stop worrying so much about money, how much money you're making. Yeah, you got to make money to like live and survive, but ultimately that's not what makes you. Like back in the day, you could just build your own house, you could plant some fruit trees and vegetables or whatever, right? Have some goats or whatever, and people will be living good. Like, wake up whenever you feel like it and just do the damn thing. But now it's like hustle culture and this and that. And also with a lot of the men, I feel like there's like the adult stuff that they're watching, and then there's like the games, which I'm mind you, I play games myself, the PlayStations and stuff, and that stuff is addicting. So I can see why you be so hooked on it, because it's so much fun. But to do it all the time, and like your life is just getting wasted away, and you have so much potential, and you know you can do so much with your life. And don't just allow society to tell you like that you can't do something. You can do anything you want. you know you can do anything you want. You got the power. So with that being said, make sure you put on my post notifications and my live notifications, because I'm supposed to start going live way more often. And you guys can tune in and we could talk and all that good stuff all the time. But values have been ruined with social media. Now kids don't want to play sports and etc. They want to be next famous. What is it? Next famous person. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, when I first started, I like the word influencer didn't exist. And I seriously was doing social media because I was like, you know what? The more people that see me, the more castings I can get and book. I can get more roles in movies and TV shows. And I honestly thought that. And then maybe like eventually I create a brand or something where I could sell it. But that was the goal for my social media. And then it turned into this whole thing. And then they were like, oh, you're an influencer, content creator. And I was like, wow, that's so offensive. Like, what is that? And then now everybody and their mom wants to do social media, which is so crazy. And again, it's just an illusion. Like, I mean, I done social medias and I had the highs and the lows. I had like, I was viral every second you could think of. And then the next day I was put on a list that shadow banned all of my social media platforms, right? And then for years I had no idea. I was just posting like, oh yeah, let me post. And every time I post on no matter what platform I would post, it would only have 1,000 views, right? So then people were like, oh, you're not even real, blah, 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 all kinds of bullshit. And then on top of that, they were like, you're doing adult stuff because I was hacked. So all of these misperceptions and lies and people portraying you as something that you're not, that made me realize that it's not about what other people think of you or want to put on you. It's what's going on here. So if you're confident in yourself and you're connected to your higher self and your intuition, no matter what people are going to say about you publicly, privately, doesn't matter because it's not true. The truth always wins, right? So I think that evil people and people that are like demonic, they're going to always try to do something to put your value and your worth in something that's outside of you and try to convince you that, oh, look, buy this highlighter, you guys, buy this highlighter. You're going to be so beautiful if you use this, right? And what do you mean? You're already beautiful, not because of whatever this is. This, like, who cares? Who cares about that, right? Or with the guys, like, buy this new car. If you have this new car, you're gonna feel so good and you're gonna get so many girls and people gonna like you. No, like, people gonna like you for you. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be what dress you're wearing, what clothes, how much surgery you got done, how much, what kind of car you're driving. Because, like, none of that stuff matters. Do you guys see it? I don't know if you see it the way I do it, but like, it's so frustrating for me to see. And I see both sides. I don't know if you guys see both sides. I understand both sides, both the women and the men. And then I see the bird's eye view of these people just funding everything to turn everybody against each other. And like, they're even paying influencers for you guys to hate each other. Like, that's how sick this stuff is. So I hope that you're realizing that and you're not getting so angry online because they want you to be angry. They want you to hate everybody. They want you to go to sleep angry, wake up angry, and hate life, and just make money and go to your work and be a slave to the system, and then they can just manipulate everyone and get away with everything. So there's always some kind of smoke screen thing going on. I just want to be lazy too on the beach in Hawaii. Like, oh, I want to move to Hawaii so bad. And that's where I want to ultimately live. Like, have one house in Hawaii with lots of land and then try to have a lot of fruit trees like mangoes and pineapples. And that would be such a dream for me. Like, and plus, I don't have a green thumb, but I have some fruit trees in my backyard now, and somehow they survived. So somehow those fruit trees, all I do is I have the sprinklers on, and they do their little thing. Do they have like crazy amount of fruit on them? No, but they're still young. But I don't think she speaks that language. What language are you talking about? So, anywho, I just wanted to share that because I posted these red flag videos and I was just trying something new because I was like, oh, it's interesting. I want to see what people think about this. And yeah, people are so angry. Like, I usually post comedy content and people are just laughing and saying laugh out loud and ha ha ha, right? And then I posted these red flag videos, and yeah, like, these are thought provoking videos, right? But there's some of them, it's not at all what you think, right? I mean, I don't even know what the hell it is. Some of these I'm like, I don't even get it myself. Like, I want to see what other people think. and and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, everybody's just angry, fighting each other, and I'm like, what? And then people are like talking smack to me, and I'm like, well, why? Like, what did I do? I just asked if it was a red flag, you know? So it's stuff like that. It's just funny to me. Like, I just wish people would just stop being so angry. Like, you could share your ideas and be like, oh, I think this is a red flag, or I think this is not a red flag because of this, or whatever, right? But to be like, F you, and I hate women, and then the women come and like, well, F you too, I hate you too, you're a man, blah blah blah, right? And I'm like, oh my god, these people don't even understand that there's someone paying everyone to hate everyone, and we're all feeding into it like dummies. So don't hate women, you guys, and to the women, don't hate men. And the all this BS about everybody making money and everybody doing surgery, it's like, it's stupid. It's so dumb. Like, stop doing surgeries. It's not like, your health is at risk, like all of that stuff. It's so like, what the hell? What is going on? Like, you know, even when I did modeling and when I did print modeling, I was told that I need to have like big B's, right? And if I didn't, I'm not gonna book a lot of work. And especially like bikini and lingerie stuff, like I couldn't do it because they weren't big enough, apparently. So I was using these like chicken cutlet things, which is so funny. They're like little inserts, and I was having those, and then some of the pictures, they're like sticking out, right? And all of this stuff. And the people that were telling me that, if I showed you pictures, you guys, like, it would be some ugly, like, fat guy that like sweats all the time. Um, that are like, oh yeah, I own this magazine. So basically, they would create these magazines to get close to attractive women, and then they would use the platform to put women down, and to feel some kind of power, right? So there's a lot of these kind of things going. And then, unfortunately, now we're at a point where there's the top guys, like, there's a group of people that are basically telling everyone, this is like how you should think, this is how what you should be angry about, this is what we want to focus on to create more chaos, right? So yeah, there you go. And within these causes, they're getting influencers, they're getting celebrities, they're getting people to fuel the fire, basically. So I don't know. I just wanted to tell you guys that so you can be aware of what's going on, and just keep an eye out, and then don't let it get to you. When you see these posts, yeah, make your comment, say what you want, but like, wherever you see posts on social media, the more you're like getting angry and you're hating people and you're getting so worked up, like, how dare this person think like this or think like that? They don't think like I do, so now they must be bad. Most likely that person don't even know that they're being like manipulated through media, right? So that's the problem. It's like we're all like being played, and people are over there at the top are like laughing at all of us just going at it. and they're pocketing their money with, I mean, their pockets with um, all this money and their plans, and they're getting away with a lot of shit that we don't even know about. I knew about some of this stuff, but there's like way more shit. So whatever you guys see on the news coming out and getting exposed, there's gonna be way more stuff. Like, this is just the beginning, and then there's gonna even be a whole nother level of crap when the AI advances. So when the AI advances, I don't know if you guys know, but they're basically, they got like Neuralink, which everybody knows about Neuralinks, right? And then they have BlackRock and some other like uh, Bill Gates company, Synchron. So those are the competitors to not to Neuralink, right? So there's going to be a point where AI is getting so advanced that it's going to replace humans in a lot of ways, right? It's going to grow really fast. And I don't understand why Trump, for instance, did this whole 500, what is it, million billion thing to go into AI without putting any kind of regulations on it to begin with, because it's going to advance so fast and there's no regulations on AI. Like, even with deepfakes, we're not at all where it should be. Like, it needs to be regulated like crazy so that it doesn't do a lot of harm, right? And they should have just put that in place before they even put in so much money into that. But the problem is that AI is going to advance. It's going to take over a lot of jobs and whatever, right? So then there's going to be a group of people that merge with AI because it's going to be portrayed like, oh, you want to compete with AI? Well, if you want to compete with AI, we got the perfect solution. There's Neuralink, there's Synchron, there's the BlackRock version of it, right? And all you have to do is just get this, and you'll be, as good as an AI because you have AI within you the whole time. But the problem with that is, one, who's going to be running these AI systems and in charge of it? And whoever is running it can manipulate everything, including your thoughts, your feelings, like, you name it. AI can do all of that, where you don't even have access to your own consciousness anymore and your intuition. You don't have access to your own feelings, thoughts, whatever. It can compromise all of that stuff. So, with that being said, if it's going to go that route, there's going to be a group of people that's going to merge with AI, and then there's going to be a group of people that's going to raise their consciousness, and they're going to go separately, right? So the people that raise their consciousness, they're going to basically be connected to love, to humanity, to all of the things that make us great as humans, right? And the people that merge with AI, they're gonna be disconnected from humanity. Like, um, it's gonna be hard for them to experience love and all of these kind of things. It's gonna be kind of like what we're dealing with now, but 10 billion times worse. Right now, everybody's lonely. For the most part, like, there's not a lot of human connection. It's going to be way worse. Like, everything is on apps and everything is just about instant gratification and hookup culture and all of that kind of stuff, right? Um, and people don't want kids anymore. Like, men hate women, women hate men, blah, blah, blah. All of the stuff that we're seeing now, it's going to be a million times worse when the AI advances. So, like, just keep that in mind and do your best to connect with your consciousness. That's all I got to say. That's the best advice that I can give you guys with all of this stuff. And sorry, I missed a lot of comments, you guys. And then there's, I guess, a couple of trolls I have to block here, or um, the what's the name? Um, and then for me, it's like, I'm one person. I'm just saying like all of this stuff, right? But there's a bigger picture. So just keep that in mind, and just have some discernment. I don't know, there's so many comments when it comes to all this stuff. Don't get caught up in it. Um, and don't get too caught up in the politics kind of thing too. You can observe it, like, just when you see all these things, just observe it. Just be an observer and look at the stuff. You take notes of it, like, oh, okay, and then go about your day. Don't get like so worked up and like blah blah, right? That's what they want. They want us to be so pissed off all the time, and then that lowers the frequency of everyone, because anger is a strong emotion, and that's not what like, that's what they want. They want you to be at a low frequency. um DJ Wayne, yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they're paying a lot of people to support certain kind of things and agendas and uh, all of that kind of stuff, unfortunately. So, yeah, just wanted to share that with you all. And now we all know we're all on the same page. So at least you know. Do I still do comedy? Yes, I do comedy sketches, but I haven't done stand up in a very long time, to be honest with you. I haven't done stand up in since like 2017, 18, or something like that. I do have 20 minutes of material though, so I'm gonna post that probably when I do like a subscription type platform or something. But I'll probably post it to that, and then you can see my stand up material. And a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about, you guys, is real. So people think I made up all these crazy stories. No, that shit is real. Like, imagine if I did another stand up routine now with all of the stuff that I learned and experienced. It will be like a whole nother level. It would be so crazy. What's your favorite movie? I love Casino. It's my favorite all-time movie. Casino, and then after Casino is Carlito's Way. After Carlito's Way, Blow, and then I like Goodfellas. All the mom movies. I love all of them. And I don't know, like, I don't know what you guys think. Do you feel like movies and music kind of suck nowadays? Like, they're not what they used to be. Is it because I'm getting older, or like, is it really like that? Like, when you listen to music, it sounds like they're mumbling and you don't know what is going on. Everything with music is all about one thing, which is hooking up. Like, one thing only. They don't talk about love anymore. They don't like talk about human connections and, I saw you and I fell in love at first sight or something. They don't talk about any of that, right? And then with movies, it's like the movies don't even make sense. Like, it would be like, oh, here comes Jesus, and it would be like a black woman, and you're like, what? This makes no sense. Like, and I'm not saying like Jesus was like this color or that color, but come on, we all knew it wasn't a woman, at least. Like, it's just weird stuff. Like, you watch it and you're like, okay, they're trying to get a raise out of us, and get us to not enjoy art, because we're supposed to be creative, you guys. We're supposed to be creative and do art, and like, our creativity is like our connection to God, right? So if we're not connected to creativity and God, what the hell is that then, And then everything is like so evil feeling, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that's how I feel. I don't feel like there's like you know, a lot of good art anymore. It's crazy, blah blah blah. We should meet you in person and spread love and support to you, but I can't afford to move. Oh, thank you, DJ Wayne. I don't think anybody can move right now. It's so expensive. Like, oh my god, like every time I get groceries, it's like $200, 300. Like, what, for like things. Like, it's ridiculous. And I live in LA, which is already expensive, but it's crazy. Like, one time I bought strawberries and the strawberries were like $20, you guys. $20 for one box of strawberries. Like, what kind of crack you smoking? Like, yeah, Chiron. Yeah, Jesus was Middle Eastern man. Yeah, like, I don't know if you guys seen it, but it's like now they're throwing this new agenda. There's the girl from Wicked apparently supposed to play like Jesus from Jesus Christ Superstar or something. And I'm like, oh, this is funny. Like, this is just straight up. They're trying to get a reaction so bad. Um, oh, the answer is your question. What is your question? You couldn't live in LA. It's way too expensive to live here. Yep, you telling me? And then like they tax everything so much. Why is there so many taxes? Taxes is like a big scam, especially like property taxes or anytime you buy anything. Why do we have to have taxes? And then when you pay property taxes, like if you pay with card, then they charge you like another $500 just to process it. Like, what the hell, motherfucker? Like, you guys are crazy, you know? And then if you're late, then they can like try to take your place. Like, it's crazy. And you spend all this money, and then you pay all these taxes this, taxes that, for what? And then they're spending all of this money for us to hate each other, you know? The spirit has no color. Yes. Lucifer is a white man. I think Lucifer is like portrayed as he can shapeshift, so he can be like anything in order to persuade you to join him. I guess. Um, Definitely like a shapeshifter of some kind. Um, Yeah, they tax everything here. And then the gas is expensive, groceries is like 200 bucks every time you buy something. And then like it runs out so fast too. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but the grocery prices are extremely expensive. But then on top of that, a lot of these companies, they made the packaging even smaller. So like you think that you're getting something and you're spending more money, but then on top of that, they're like making the packaging even smaller too in some things. So it's crazy. uh the influencers that are doing that should be suspended. No, but like they're like literally working with the platforms too. So they're working with the platform, you guys, too. So even the platform sometimes is boosting these people that are getting paid because the platform is getting paid. So there's a lot of that stuff. I don't know. A lot of this stuff has been going on, but it's like, you know, what are you gonna do? Just connect to your intuition and your own consciousness. You guys be fine. Just keep imagining everything like you're a bird and you're seeing everything from high above and looking at everything from like a bird's eye view. Just observe it. So yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? Do I speak Spanish? No, I don't. I just know donde está el baño and donde está mi casa. uh, Una cerveza, por favor. Like all of the good stuff. And then I know perro and chinga. Uh, What else? I don't know what else. Um, I think that's all I know. Love you too. Thank you, Amar. Thank you, DJ Wayne. Yes, it's important to have integrity because if you don't have integrity and you don't stand true to yourself, then you're going to be compromised. And this is the reason why you're seeing so many people get compromised. Um, Even like your friends or whatever, like if money gets involved, there's a lot of people that will switch on you in like 2 seconds. So if there's money, fame, opportunities, followers, like people are quick to switch up because if there's something else that they want and somebody comes along, can give it to them, they're going to switch like that. So when you realize that, then you realize, wow, you really don't have a lot of friends. You don't have a lot of people that are good around you, and that's okay because what makes you you is you and your connection to self. So maybe even those people were placed there for you to see that so that you can understand who you are and how much value and worth you really have and how much power you have, because really you don't need all this external, you don't need all these external people. When you're good on your own and you can stand up by yourself, there's a lot of power in that, and that's what they don't want. They don't want us to know our own power, because one person has a lot of power. You can basically make anything happen if you just tap into it. So if you can tap into that, you know, you're unstoppable. And they don't want that, but it's okay. You guys are gonna tap into that, right? The unstoppable force. Um, I have to come to the Zoom with the company I told you about. Yeah, I have to still do that. I've been so busy trying to keep up with all these platforms and posting on all the platforms. I have to like make up for 15 years of stolen work, stolen time, all of that stuff. So it's a lot of work, but so far so good. I'm going hard. If you guys have noticed, make sure you follow me on all the platforms: YouTube, um, TikTok, Instagram, X, Snapchat, all of those. And I have the same username for all of them instead of Snapchat. Snapchat is the only one that has Snap Udos. And you can see me with my dress on. And I take a lot of cute pictures and videos. And then I talk about things. And also a lot of behind the scenes. So if I do photo shoots, that will be on my Snapchat. I don't know. I was thinking that maybe I should bring back the vlogs on YouTube. What do you think I should do? Should I bring the vlogs? But then I'm like, I don't know if you guys want to see that. Like, I'll be meeting with senators on Zoom, for instance, and I wake up and I'm tired. Like, I'll be like 2 days in a row now. I woke up so early to talk to some people from another country to like change the laws there, right? And oh boy, I will wake up and then I do the meeting and then I go back to sleep because I'm like, okay, I need to still do a whole day of like content creation and like other meetings and uploading, editing, blah blah blah, right? So I took a little nap, and 2 days in a row I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh my god, you fucked up, you missed the meeting, and I'll like freak out. I don't know why that's happening. Like, I keep thinking that I overslept and I missed the meetings when I already did the meeting and I passed out after like falling asleep. So I don't know if you guys do that, but I woke up like, oh shit, oh my god, you missed the meeting. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? It's an important meeting. And yeah, and then I realized like, oh wait, no, you're good, you're fine. You already had the meeting. Okay, but then I'm like so worked up about it that it's hard for me to go back to sleep. But today I was luckily able to go back to sleep. But the other day, what was it, yesterday when that happened, I wasn't able to go to sleep. So I was tired the whole day. Like, oh, ah, God. Yeah, it's a lot. All right, you guys, I think I'm gonna get off now. I'm gonna go and eat some eggs. I've been on this tuna and egg diet, uh, and it's really good. If you want to lose weight, it works so good. You have 2 cans of tuna, and you put some sweet relish in there, like maybe like a spoon or two, and then 2 spoons of light mayo. And it doesn't look too appetizing, but it's actually good. It's like tuna salad, right? And then I eat like 6 eggs, which is it's crazy. I eat six eggs, right, a day, and then in the middle I have like apples, carrots, and stuff like that. No, I don't fart. It's actually working good for me. So that's what I gotta say works for me. When I eat meat, though, I don't know. That's not a good thing. Or like any kind of dairy. Mm-mm. So I did this diet and I cut out all the sugar and the salt. So the only salt that I was getting was from the tuna. And I didn't know I had so much like inflammation in my body because you look at yourself, you don't even realize. But the my face was really puffy. Like I look back and when I went to Italy and then I came back to from Italy to the US. And when I came back here, I was still like cheating on my diet, right? So I kept eating like sweets and yummy food, right? And I was like, oh my god, I was so swollen. Like my face was swollen, my arms, like everything looked like really puffy. So yeah, I gained like 15 pounds then too, and then I lost it. So now I'm like my usual weight, but a lot of like puffiness. So sugar, you guys, is so bad. I didn't even know or realize it was that bad, but it's so bad. And you know, for a whole month I didn't eat any sugar, and then for my birthday I had a little bit of sugar, and it made me feel nauseous. So it's not really great, but then I had to microdose the sugar to to see, um, so I could start eating sugar again. Oh God, I'm getting tired. It's like I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but if I'm on the phone all day or in front of lights, it gives me headaches. Like especially being on the phone all day, it's like, oh, what's up, Pancho? What's up, everybody? Waving back to you. I missed some of the comments again. Oh, I need to get better at this. I'm kind of hungry. What's up from Napa, California? So earlier too, I talked about how men hate women and the women hate men and the whole agenda behind it. But then what it creates too is like all these angry men on whether it's on live or my post, and all they're doing all day trying to put me down for the way I look, for my existence, for just living, honestly, for just existing. They're just dishing out all of the things that they're projecting and all of their inadequacies onto me. And it's just weird. Like, you're a grown ass man and you're like over here on social media, like putting women down. Like, it's sad, you know? it's sad because especially because we know now that there's a whole agenda and they're getting paid off, right? Um, but what do you get out of that? Like, even let's say there was no agenda for a grown man to spend all his time on going on everybody's post and talking down to them and try to tear them down. One time I had somebody say something about my earlobes, like, your earlobes are so big, they look like they're worn out, they've been used and abused. Like, my earlobes, you guys, like, get a fucking life. you know, like really, my earlobes now, like, it's just crazy. So with that being said, like, if you see these type of guys, make sure you put them on game so they know they're just wasting their energy, they're wasting the time. Just use all that time to better yourself. You're like, what is that gonna do? All I'm gonna do is block you and keep it moving, right? But like, these people, they're like trying so hard even for like a reaction. Like, even the block is like, um you know action for them. It like sets them off, like they get some kind of validation of some sort. But it's sick. Like, there's something really wrong in there. So just make sure you guys are aware of them. Don't fall into that whole misery and you know just mental health issues, because it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Like, grown people are saying all these negative things to people online. It's giving mental issues. So just don't even don't even get engaged with people like that. So yeah, my advice, just block, keep it moving, and also make sure that you watch everything from like high above and see like how everybody's getting paid off to do all this you know all right, I'm gonna get off now. And it's your job to be like, if you see people like that and they're harassing women, like, be like, hey, there's people that are getting paid off to do all this between us. Like, chill the fuck out. We're all supposed to like each other. And you're enough. You don't need to go and dish out some hate online to people that you don't know to try to tear them out. Like, you're enough. Like, be happy. Go and work on yourself. All right. I'm gonna go and eat my eggs now. My 6 little eggs. And it was good talking to you. And maybe I'll be back tomorrow. Let me know if you want me to do more lives. And also make sure you turn on my live notifications, on my post notifications on YouTube. And I'll see you again mañana, maybe, or the day after. All right. Bye. All right, you guys. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you tomorrow. I love you.